Hi, I'm Dan Hernandez. I'd like to welcome you to this week's episode of Sport Fishing. But today we're small boat fishing. We're at Catalina Island, front side of the island, and we're fishing aboard our 26-foot Sea Swirl. And with me today is Dennis Grayshock, and we hope to catch some calico bass. And if we get lucky, maybe even a yellowtail or barracuda. Let's see what I got here going. I think I got a calico. Yeah, nice calico bass. There we go.
There's a keeper.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That's a keeper.
Nice calico bass. Got him on that sardine. Live bait mustad hook there. 10-pound test super silver thread. Nice, beautiful fish. Go ahead and drop them in there.
I got two that'll match that one.
Well, stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing. All right. This week, Sport Fishing is brought to you by Shakespeare, manufacturers of America's #1 selling fishing rod, the Ugly Stick. By Bomber Lures, for both fresh and saltwater fishing. By Rebel Lures. By Vessel Assist, be safe while out on the water. By Food Saver. By Mustad, be sharp, use Mustad. And by Lowry's, the difference is delicious. Same size.
Yep. I can get it loose, I think.
You have to watch out for those spines.
Yeah, I am.
I like to hold them like this. Here, no, you don't need help.
Here we go.
All right, we'll just release this guy. You have to be careful with these points. Right here, there's a real sharp point, and all these fins are pretty sharp. Just go ahead and release this guy right here. There he goes. All we're doing right now, Dennis and I are just fly lining baits. You can see the bait tank we have here. It's made by Offshore Marine Products. Beautiful bait tank. Does a really good job for us on the live bait. And what we're doing is just, we got a variety of baits in here. We got some nice sized sardines and some baby anchovies. And we've been fishing a little bit of both. A little bit of the anchovies, a little bit of the sardines. What we're trying to do is just get the fish to go real good here. And try to pick up a bunch of calicos. And after we get a bunch of calicos, we're going to probably slide outside deeper water and maybe pick off a yellowtail or barracuda. But what we're doing right now, we're small boat fishing, Catalina Island. We're on the front side, and we're very close to Avalon. We're not very far at all. Real close to Avalon. And this is the rock that I like to fish a lot. Done really good here in calicos, up to like 4 pounds or so. And I'm just going to go ahead and try it. See if we can pick up some more fish. You can bid again?
Yep.
Dennis is bid again.
He's still on
Run him
it.
in.
Oh, no. Yeah, there we go.
All right, Dennis.
That's a keeper, isn't it?
Yeah, nice calico. You see how bright these colors are? These fish are coming, they're way back in the kelp, in the heavy kelp, and that's why they fish for that color. The key to this type of fishing is that we're trying to fish calico bass where they live. They live in the structure, and this is a spot that a party boat wouldn't fish. There's a good number of fish here, but there's not enough fish that if you're running a party boat with 20, 30, 40 people on it, there's not enough fish on this spot for that many people. But there's only 2 of us fishing, so if we catch, 2 or 3 really nice fish, that's more than enough for me.
Is this a little too close for party boats to come back in?
We're only in about 18 feet of water. And when we're casting, it's only about 2 feet deep. So for party boats, it'd be a little shallow. They like to fish deeper spots where they can get more volume of fish. And they need to have room, a spot where everybody in the boat can fish. We're not concerned about that here. Here we just want a spot for both of us to fish.
Now who's going to cook all this fish after we're through?
Okay, go ahead and pick a bait out of here. Use our scoop here. Pick a nice lively bait. Make sure you immediately get the other baits, toss them back in there. Keep the net from falling inside the tank. Just gonna go ahead and cast. Get right next to, as close to the rocks as I can, right in that white water. That's where the fish like to hang out. Pull it away from there a little bit because they've been ripping me right inside the kelp. I might have to move up. I'm only fishing with 10-pound test super silver thread on here.
Whereabouts are you? Straight out?
I'm right here, right in the rocks. Dennis is having a lot of luck on the edge of this rock. And I think the reason for that is the current is going slightly downhill and it's dragging all the baits and everything down this way. There's some more rocks and stuff down that way. And I think the fish are right in the middle. All this chum's coming to them, it's attracting them. And Dennis is doing really good right there on that spot. There you go. There you go.
But I think we got a keeper on this one.
Think so?
Yeah. I had to outdo you, Dan.
Well, it's not in the boat yet.
Remember, you got to cook it if I catch it.
If he's big enough, I'll cook it for you. Slide over this way a little bit. There you go.
This has got to be a keeper.
Oh, it looks big.
That's a keeper.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. It's a calico bass. Let's see what he ate, a sardine here. Yeah, hook's in him pretty good. So we can get this hook out. There we go.
It seems like they're just getting a little bigger every time we put one in the boat.
Yeah, they're starting to build. I think what's happening is the bigger fish are starting to get more and more active. That's a nice fish, Dennis. Bubbles. Here we go, ready? Nice fish Dennis just caught. Go ahead and release him. There he goes. Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back with a lot more action aboard our small boat, the Sea Swirl 26-footer here at Catalina Island. All right, not bad.
That was a nice fish.
Now you got to get a real big one.
This week, Fish Tales is brought to you by Bomber, manufacturers of both freshwater and saltwater lures. This week's Fish Tales comes to us from Susan Tangi of San Gabriel, California. Susan caught this jackpot red snapper while fishing at Cherry Banks. For being our Fish Tales today, Susan will receive a free copy of a Fisherman's Cookbook. You can be part of Fish Tales too. Send your photos and fish stories along with your name and complete address to Sport Fishing, care of Fish Tales at P.O. Box 90, Montebello, California, 90640. And if you become this week's Fish Tales, we'll thank you with a free copy of Fisherman's Cookbook. Be sure to check out our website.
You got to get him in the boat first there, Dan.
Yeah, he's getting smaller. He felt a lot bigger when I set the hook in him. He's average size. Little legal bass. That's why he felt big. He got stuck in the weeds there. Right in part of the bush with them. Another calico bass. Might barely be legal. We're gonna go ahead and catch a few more of these, then we're gonna slide outside, see if we can get some other fish. There it goes.
Yeah, I might be ready to trade rods now.
Yeah, this fish will probably go a couple of pounds.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, you got a bird.
Oh, so what?
That's a bird over there. Come on, fishy, get out of there. think I got a nice calico bass going here. Threw a sardine right in the white water there. Like I said in the past, and I've been here, I've done pretty good. Yeah, this is a nice fish. He's taking line. I only got 10-pound test line on here, so I have to be real careful. I got a good one going, Dennis. You may be in trouble. This may be the jackpot fish here.
What do we do? Cut the line on this?
Yeah. Come on, fishy. Come on out of there. Oh, he's straight down. There he is. Deep color, deep color. This fish is going to go over a pound easy. I think he might go 2 or 3. Oh, he might go bigger than that. This is a nice fish here. This is, oh yeah!
Oh, look at this.
Oh yes.
Beautiful fish.
Yes, this fish will go easily. Oh, he's barely hooked too. Yeah, this is what we came for. But I think this
I
fish
should have
is,
taken that rod when you offered it.
and he's barely hooked. Look at that. That mustad hook, thank God that thing is nice and sharp. It's barely in that fish.
What'd you catch that on?
Sardine. That is a calico bass. Huge bass. And look, something tried to eat it. I don't know if it was a shark or what. Something took a bite out of that fish. It's a beautiful fish. How big do you think this one will go?
Well, it's probably better than the 4 I caught.
There's that big calico bass I just caught. We'll go ahead and release this guy. Get him a little bit going here. There we go. There you go. Yeah, there he goes. Woo! That was a big calico bass. Think you're in trouble, Dennis?
You know,
Think you're in trouble.
Day's not over. I want to borrow that rod.
Let me just show you real quick how I caught that fish. We're doing just fishing with the sardines from the tank here. Nice big sardines. These aren't real big. I call these like about medium to small actually. I call them medium-sized sardines. Just getting it, hooking it right through the nose. And just pinning it out. 10-pound test line. Getting as close to that white water as I can. And I've lost quite a few fish, and now I can tell. Now I can see why, because if there's fish that size, and you don't get them out of that rocks in those kelps right away, you're never going to land them. And you see the rod I'm using. This is a Shakespeare Ugly Stick Light rod, Shakespeare reel, 10-pound test super silver thread. Well, I still feel excited about that fish. That was a big fish. Whew. That was pretty hard getting them out of those rocks, but it was well worth it. Big fish. Don't get a lot of those every year. Here in Southern California, you get a couple of those a year, you're doing really good.
This old boat is brought to you by West Marine. We make boating more fun.
In today's segment, we want to talk a little bit about rod storage. You know, where do you keep your rods while you're fishing? Where do you keep the extra rods? As you can see, the previous owners on this boat really didn't have that in mind. And this is a natural spot for our rods. And standing next to me is Pete, and you're with Precision Hardware?
Right.
And Pete's going to be kind enough to show us some examples of what we can do and show us one of his products that he makes specifically for this sort of problem.
This is my model number 105. It comes with, it'll fit 7/8 up to 1.5 inch. Put different blocks in it. Stainless steel. It's got a nice liner in it. And we'll put one on, see what it looks like. And let me go ahead and install one here.
So you just get started with your fingers and you bring in a wrench?
Yep, and then you put a wrench on it.
You did bring a wrench, right?
Yep, oh yeah.
And how come they're stainless steel? Is it just salt water?
The stainless steel, if after a few years you've all scratched them up a little bit or whatever, you just take them off and take a polisher and he polishes it and it looks like brand new. I mean, it'll last for years and years and years. And there's a lifetime guarantee on all my stuff. You want to keep it at an angle like this, so when the other one's up here, that you can reach up and pull your rod out instead of having to go up
Straight
like
up.
that. So you can come out.
And the spacing on this would just kind of depend on the size of reels that we use?
Depend your personal preference of what you want. You can crowd it up, a lot of small reels, but you've got a 30 wide in there, a couple 30 wides can take this area up. You can have another area closer together for your smaller bait reels.
You should probably have the big internationals lower.
On the lower, yeah.
Okay. And then depending on what we want to do here, we could actually add maybe
Sure,
a third rail.
sure.
Or you can go up on top.
Right.
And you were pointing out earlier that one of the advantages of keeping this low is guys our size, we can just
Right.
reach up here and grab the rod.
Right.
But the top rod, you'd have to have
That's
somebody
usually,
up above.
usually who's ever running a boat on the bridge would hand it down to you.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty easy way to do it. Let's go ahead and install all of them for the viewers.
Sure.
But you can see this is the finished product. It's a beautiful arrangement. Now we can hold up to 8 rods, and if we want to later on, we can even add to this.
Oh, sure. So you put some more in here. You can move this over and put another one in. Like I said before, you can put your bigger reels down here and crowd it up a little bit there for your smaller reels.
And then right now, the way we have these spaced apart, we can even put 3 large internationals.
Oh, sure, sure.
No problem there. That's a beautiful job. Thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Pete. We'll be running Pete's phone number at the end of the show. Remember, it's Precision Hardware, and they have all the different types of rod holders, bait
Outriggers,
nets.
baits, nets, gaffs, deck mount rod holders, got everything.
Everything there.
Custom.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, let's get back on the water, show you more exciting action here on Sport Fishing. Take your time, take your time.
I'm taking it.
That's one of those brand new Shakespeare rods there you got, Dennis.
It's holding up just like it should.
Yep. You got a 20-pound test line on there. Should be in good shape.
I think I'm going to beat that calico you brought in.
Yeah, but you won't catch a calico that size. How's that yellow fighting? Pulling pretty good?
It's good. It's good. Want to bring them around?
I just bring them straight up and we'll get them here. There we go. Just take his head out of the water.
Here we go.
Okay, ready? Keep them in free spool because I don't have a real good gaff on there. Just in case, keep your thumb on there. I'll bring them up over the side. Oh yeah, beautiful yellowtail. Nice head gaff, don't waste any meat.
First one on board.
I told you, those fish are right up on the surface.
Yeah, that's
It's a beautiful yellowtail that Dennis just got. I just showed you the hook. Live bait hook by Mustad. We're fishing backside Catalina. You can see back behind us. This area is called Silver Canyon. In wintertime, it's a very popular way for small boaters and all the party boats to come back here, fish a live squid. It's an area where there's lots of live squid, usually comes up here and breeds and stuff. And you can fish back in here and catch white sea bass in the wintertime. Summertime, like you see right now, we're fly lining baits and the quality yellowtail.
that's right. On Shakespeare tackle.
Of course, Shakespeare ride. All right, let's keep that one.
Where do we
Barbecue that
stick?
one later.
Where do we stick it?
Right here in the hole.
You know, this is more fun than the other one. This is actually light tackle we're losing here.
Yeah, very light tackle. And the bass reel you're using there, that's what I use for calicos and largemouth bass. Just lay them flat for me. There we go. Nice head gap. That way you don't ruin any meat.
Okay, I got the line loose.
Oh, there we go.
Just in time.
Yeah. Okay, let's cut your line right there, and we'll just put a new hook on there. Got a pair of dikes right here.
Give me this.
Just go ahead and cut this. Cut this right here at the fish. Alrighty. Whew. What's the matter? You look tired.
That's good. Well, that's
For a hockey player, you look pretty tired.
I'm
You can
enjoying
leave that.
the hell out of this.
Let's say you can. Here. Nice big bass. Oh yes. Another monster. Dennis, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Another big one. I have been on a roll today. Dennis beat me.
You got the size here, Dan.
Dennis beat me on the yellowtails, but I got the calicos today. Look at that guy. He's a nice big one. Go ahead and let this guy go. Nice fish. There he goes. Big, beautiful calico bass. There you go, swimming away. But did you have a good time today?
Excellent time today. Weather's been good. I was a little impressed with the light tackle for yellowtail
The
and
Shakespeare
large
rods work
calicos.
great. We use ugly stick lights for both calico and yellowtail.
Actually, we used a 7-foot freshwater rod on one of those today.
And most people think of those as only freshwater rods, but
That's right.
we showed today they work both with saltwater. And of course, the beautiful tiger rods. These things are always great and dependable. And how'd you like my little boat today? Not bad?
Excellent. Excellent. This is a great running boat.
This is what's fun about fishing a small boat like this. The 26-foot sea swirl, big enough to get us across in the channel, small enough that we can fish in tight, get the calicos, get the yellowtails. It was a lot of fun. But thanks for coming out.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it.
Well, I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and I hope you join us again next week when we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing. Oh, we got time for one more, and then we got to call it a day. Right?
All right. It's mine, though.
All right.
If you'd like to order a copy of today's episode, please send $15 plus $4 shipping and handling to Daniel Hernandez Productions, P.O. Box 90, Montebello, California 90640. Please be sure to include today's show number. If you'd like more information about this program, please check out our website.